Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is July 24th, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at how to make money in this volatile market. Look, market is very volatile. There is geopolitical tension. There is Russia-Ukraine tension, supply chain issues, and high inflation. In this market, which is very volatile, one of my favorite ways to make money is to sell put option way below current stock price and earn some great premium. If the stock comes down to my price level, I don't mind buying the stock. These are the stocks I want to buy anyways. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, you can go into Thinkorswim platform and go to Option Hacker. Once you're in the Option Hacker, you get a window something like this. You could keep adding the filter here. Look, you can click on the filter and keep adding the filter. So I've got here a filter that I generated. Look, I want to make sure the delta, you could search for the delta right here under the option. As you add the group here, you can look at option, stock, fundamentals, so on and so forth. You could go on the option here and add a filter here, and you could choose a delta between 20 and minus 20 and plus 20. For option sellers is a good choice to make. You could choose delta between minus 20 and plus 20. Then next you want to make sure the days to expiration is between 20 and 50. When you're selling options, you don't want to sell options way in the future. Instead, limit your risk levels between 20 and 50. Even 45 days is maximum 45 days is the most commonly used, but between 20 and 50 is okay. Next is the option volume. You want to make sure there's a good option volume. I got minimum 50 here selected, so you want to make sure there's a good option volume. Next, the underlying stock also needs to trade very well. I got minimum here 1 million. That tells you these stocks are very liquid. You can get in and out, which is always good. And I want to make sure, in this selection criteria, I made sure I'm looking at only put options, so that way I limit my choices. You could do the same thing for call options. We can look at that also. Right now, I'm doing the scanner for selling put options, which is one of my favorite strategy. And next, we could look at the stock. I want to make sure the stock price is minimum $30. When you sell put options, you want the stock to be at least minimum $30, so that way you can generate some good premium. Next is the open interest. I want to make sure the open interest is at least 2 or even higher. I just put 2 here. You could even go higher than that. This tells you, how much is the open interest here in a current day. So I want to see higher the better. When I sort it, I will sort by open interest. Higher the better. So this is a little bit different than the volume. Volume tells you the total volume, but open interest tells you the open interest in a given day. I want that also to be at least positive. And next is the last, or the price of the option. If the option price is less than 40 cents, typically I'm not too much interested. I want to generate at least $40 in this premium selling. And finally, look, we got probability of touch. That tells you, the stock reaching your current strike price when you sell put option should be at least up to 30%. If it, that means there's a 30% chance you might get assigned with the stock, which is, I'm okay to take that risk. I don't want to take a risk where, probability of touch is more than 30%. So this is my criteria. As you can see here, it's a simple criteria. So with that, you could just click on the scan here and go from there. Let's go in here and say scan. Oh, let me actually pull it down slightly here. We got 1 or 2 more here. We could look at those also. All right, so we got a few more here. As you can see here, we're in the probability of touch. Then I got here market cap. Look, I've got here market cap more than $1 billion here. I want to make sure the stocks I'm looking at are really stable stocks. I don't want them to go out of business. That's why I just put minimum 1 million, because volatility is super high in the very low cap stocks. And then you got here implied volatility. I want to make sure implied volatility looks like I don't have any any number here. I could say implied volatility percentile, implied volatility percent is say more than, say, I would say 30% or so. So that way it's these are a little bit volatile stocks. And finally I got IV percentile. This is really Thinkorswim platform labels this a little bit wrong. This is really IV rank. I want to make sure IV rank is more than 30%. That tells you IV is a little bit higher this time. I could even change it to 35, so that way we get some higher IV rank candidates. So with that we could I also have the range here daily, which is a good range to choose from. All right, so with that let's click on scan here, and let's get stocks with this criteria. Look, we got our stocks here. When I in the morning when I want to trade, this is my favorite way. I might drop down the minimum volume in the early mornings, because it may not be 1 million. I may drop it down slightly, so that way I get some of these stocks, liquid stocks. So with that, let's jump in here. I will pull this all the way up here, so you could look at these symbols here and go from there. All right, let's pull this. Let's try to pull this up here. All right, so now we got our our stocks here. Look, Apple is at the top here. Apple, as you can see here, you could sell Apple $100 put options for August 22, which is look, it's about which is a couple of days out here. It's August 22, and you could make $64. There's a very high open interest, as you can see here, 59,000 open interest, which is great. Nice volume, and every day you get to make 5 cents. This we call it theta decay. As every day passes, it will erode option value, which is what you want if you're a put option seller. And look, nice volume, as you can see here. Looks like we got volume twice. We could just remove one of the volume here. Look, we could just go here and remove one of the volume here. There we go. Nice implied volatility, and probability of touch is just 17%. Look, it tells you there is a 17% chance of Apple hitting $100, and for that you're bringing in 64 cents. And if you think it's too less money for you, I would say look at the next one here, which is 135 put. 130 put, you're just making 64 cents. 135 put here, look, you're making 20. There is a probability of touch of 26%, which is pretty okay. And look, you're making $103, which is a great one. I would rather go after this one here and go from there. So we could also bring in a chart here for Apple, and you can look at the chart also. Look, we got Apple chart here, and look, stock is trying to go higher, as you can see here. Nice uptick here, I like it, and momentum is high on the balance volume is going higher. And look, we got IV rank 39%. That tells you it tells you about 65% of the days the IV rank 67% of the days, or 168 days out of 250 days, they were below the current IV, which is not too bad here. I mean, the IV is not too much, but still I think for a stock like Apple, it's okay to sell put options at this IV here. Normally you would look at IV more than, say, 40%, but I would make an exception for Apple. And even though IV is 39%, I would be selling put option for Apple. So with that, it kind of checks out here. You could go into trade here and bring up Apple. We are looking at August 20. Let's see here. We're looking at August 26. Right here, 19 August. Let's go back to scan tab here. Look, we are looking at Apple. August 19 August 2022. You could just go here. 19 August, it's a monthly cycle, as you can see here, and you could sell at 135. You could make look, we can make about $1.03 or $103, as you can see here. It's a great one. So you could go back here to scan tab here. Look, we got a few more here. This is why I kind of start my day scanning through the options where I can sell some put option and make some great money. Look at the open interest here. I sorted by open interest descending order. So I got Apple here with the highest open interest here. Then I got Qualcomm, which is one of my favorite stock. This stock has been doing well since .com days here. Look, you can make about $80. Probability of touch is very low, 17%. And we got a few more, as you can see here. And you could also see here, we got with few with nice and high juicy here, like $2.57 for Microsoft here. Probability of touch is slightly high for me. I would rather stick to probability of touch below 30%. Is a little bit high for me. I would go after Nvidia, which is one of my favorite stock here. Look, probability of touch is 23%. You're making a nice money here, $1.35. Let's take a look at Nvidia here. Let's go into Thinkorswim platform here and say Nvidia. All right, so we got our Nvidia here. Nvidia is trying to go higher, as you can see here. Nice on the balance volume is trending higher. And look, it's also checking money flow. Money is flowing into the stock. Smart money is going into it. And DMI perspective, the blue line is crossing over red line. That tells you it's bullish right now. And IV rank is IV percentile is 37, which is not too bad. You could go after Nvidia and sell some put option. And we'll go back here, and you could go into trade tab here. You could bring in Nvidia. You could do the same thing. Look, we can go around. Let's go back here to scan tab here. Nvidia. We are looking at Nvidia $100 put option here. You can go down here, go at $100. Look, this is probably a date. Is a different date. Look, Nvidia 19 August 2022 140 put. All right, let's go to 140 put here and go from there. Right here, look, you can make a nice money here. You could sell this here, make about $132, and I love Nvidia. I don't mind buying Nvidia if it goes to 140 by August 19th. So I would sell this one too. So going back to scan tab here, you could look at a few more stocks. We got some of my favorite stocks, like Lilly is one of my favorite stock here. Look, you could sell some Lilly here. Look, nice volume, open interest here. Probability of touch is just 11%. You could sell some Lilly here. You could make $85. And you have a few more here, as you can see here. And these are my favorite things. This is how I kind of generate the money in the volatile market, so that way you don't have to worry about where to get the money from. You generate the money, and then you can buy some great stocks with the money. That's the best way to earn money in this volatile market. And I also look at ETFs here. There are a lot of ETFs. You could go in the all symbols here. You could go here to the public list here and go after all ETFs. Look, you could just say scan here. Now we are just scanning for ETFs. You could take a look at my scanner here, and you could take a look at these and see if it makes sense to you. So we got all ETFs, as you can see here. And look, looks like there is no match here. We could minimize some of our conditions here and go from there. So look, we got delta is good, days to expiration is also good, volume is good. So as you scan through here, we got no matches for the implied volatility, no matches here. I would remove this one here for my ETF scanner here. And go from there. Look, now we got 3 scans here. Typically for options, there is nothing like a market cap here. I would just drop the market cap for options. and go from there. Look, now we got some matches here, and still we got no matches. Let's let's quickly scan this and see here, no matches here. So we could even bring it down here and look at stock with nothing like a stock here. We can remove stock right right here, and probability of touch, we are good there, and IV percentile is also good. Let's scan this. Looks like all ETFs is not, oh, right here the problem is scanning all stocks here. I would remove here and go after all symbols. I think that's the problem here. And let me do one thing. Instead of saving this, I would go load the scanner again. I got my option hacker here. Let me bring it up again, and instead of all stocks here, let's do all ETFs and go from there. Oops, let's go back here, all ETF. There you go. So let's jump in here and scan this and go from there. Look, we got the symbols here, and same methodology here, and look, we got all our nice symbols here. Let's take it up a notch here and look at all right, let's close this here and bring this all the way up. All right, for some reason it doesn't like to go up. Let's give it one more shot here. All right, so as you can see here, we got SPY, one of my favorite ETF to sell put options. Look, probability of touch 13%, and you could make some good money here. $81 here. You could sell this put option, expiring on 19th August. It's just a couple days away here. You could make some good money here. And then we got a few more here. Look, we got SPY again. This is a good one here. You could make $144 by selling SPY 360 put. So we can go back to our chart here and bring up SPY. All right, look, SPY is at 395 here, and if I go back to my scan here, we are selling SPY $100 365 put here. Is 100 is the quantity, 360 put. We are making some good money here. Let's go back to our chart here. SPY 360, right now SPY is 395. We are selling at 360. And look, IV percentile or IV rank is 50, which is good for a ETF here. So with that, you could go back to trade tab here, bring up SPY here, and sell a SPY at 360, right around this place right here, and make some good money. Look, 360 here, 143. And look at the open interest here, nice and high open interest. You don't need to look through. You can just go to the option hacker to find it out. You could sell right here, and if you're a little bit conservative, you can look at next high open interest level here. And look, there's a nice open interest here. If you're conservative, you could sell at 358. Or you could even look at right here, 107, 108, 355. It's also good. It's one way to make some free money, taking advantage of your free your buying power and generate some money. All right, let's go back to our scanner here, and we got a few more here. Look, we got all ETFs. Let's go to option scanner. All right, we see, look, we got a few more. As you can see here, I love all these liquid ETFs like IWM, SPY. You can make some good money here. You got the price of the options, price that you'll make by selling the options here. Look, you can make some good money. In general, I normally sell I sell put options on both stocks as well as ETFs. That's one of my favorite ways to make money. Some of you might want to sell call options. If you want to sell call options, you could just go back here and change your option type to call. So you could sell some call options also. I normally sell call option on my favorite stocks. I would change this to intersect with all optionable here. All right, so we got all stocks here, and I could all here itself, you could say all optionable, or keep it all stock, that's fine. Intersect with the all optionable. There you go. Now we got all stocks all optionable. This is for the folks who want to sell call options above the current stock price here. And these have got nice and high open interest, as you can see here. You could do the same thing here. Look, Microsoft 290 call. If you sell this call option, you would make 92 cents, and probability of touch is just 17%. So what you could do is you could look at bring up the chart of Microsoft here. All right, so look, Microsoft is at 260 right now. We are selling call options at 290, somewhere right here. And for that, you're collecting some good money. Your percentile is high. This is how you can sell some call options and make some money, taking advantage of this volatile market. And look, we got few more here. We got few more with the with the high open interest. We got KSS, Home Depot. You could do the same thing here. Keep a watch on the money you will make here. This is the premium that you receive for selling call options. So with that, we'll conclude here. Thank you very much. Don't worry about the volatile market. Generate some income by selling some put option as well as call option and make some money during the volatile market. With that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.